Hi everybody, this is Howard of Avtransfers.co.uk, the most magnificent. No, I'm just kidding. Take me seriously. Oh, I've got to be serious. Lots of stuff to review. I'm just been a bit lazy lately. I don't know if it's just middle age, getting a bit tired. Finding that afternoon nap is just calling me a bit too much lately. So I'm fighting it. But hey, what can you do? A lot of computers that I have in my office are running old software, simply because I have old hardware, and to run old hardware you need old software and old computers, if that makes any sense. A lot of my machines run SCSI cards and IDE devices and all sorts of weird and wonderful things because they're old, but that's part of what I do. But occasionally I go a bit crazy and I buy something new, and that's what I've done. Refurbished, let's face it. I'm not the kind of guy to buy something new out the box if I can help it, but refurbished. So there was a deal on Amazon. I've been eyeing a replacement PC because a lot of my software that I'm getting in now, editing software, is 64-bit. So I have to have a 64-bit machine. I've got a couple, but they're a bit slowish. So I saw a deal on this one, and this is what I'm going to show you. So this one is a mini tower. I think they call that a mini tower. It's an Optiplex 7010, and the specification was pretty good. I think it was advertised at about £200. And it was suddenly on a flash special. Sorry, no, I talk rubbish. It was £189, and it came down to £170, including shipping. Not that a ship is actually involved in the process of shipping. Needless to say, I purchased it. So what is the specification? Let's have a look. Who is the seller, first of all? First Click Solutions. Okay. It's a Dell Optiplex, and says it's a DVD-RW. Read right. That looks like a DVD-ROM to me, but we'll double check that. But beyond that, it's an Intel Core i7 with 16 gigabytes of memory, reasonable. 240 gig SSD and a 2 terabyte dump drive. Condition new. Okay. Not a bad price. I'm guessing. I think Amazon take about 10-15%, I don't know, from the sale, plus I suppose the VAT is 20%, so take off 35% of that. Yeah, well, I'm sure they're knocking these out cheap and cheerful. But let's just open it up and take a look what we got inside. Let's just say it looks very clean. It doesn't even smell used. It has a very like a new smell. I don't know how to describe it. It smells very clean. And when I open it up, whoops, I think there's supposed to be an extra screw in there, but I didn't see one. However, it looks really clean. Not a big fan of Pound Max CR2032s, but I suppose if it works, it works. Hopefully it's been cleaned. It looks very clean. I don't see any disgusting muck inside, which to me, as a bit of a cleanophobe, is important, and it looks pretty damn clean. I do query this hard drive. I'm sorry, this DVD-ROM. I'm not thrilled about that. Not that I need another sort of DVD writer. I've got plenty of those. But I would just, I like to buy what's accurately described. There is the hard drive. Let me just have a look. What is that? System X. I can't see what type of hard drive it is. Let's just have a look. See. IBM. Oh, IBM. Oh, that's good stuff. IBM is good stuff, isn't it? Okay, thumbs up for that. This is about as good. I don't know if it's a 7200 or a 5400. It doesn't really matter. Does it matter? Let's have a look and see. Trying to see here. That's a 7200. So pretty decent. A 7200 drive. Again, these apparently, some of these are USB 3, which is good. They said there'd be a Wi-Fi dongle. I don't see a Wi-Fi dongle. Hang on. Was it advertised with a Wi-Fi dongle? I don't see one in here. I'm sure there was a mention of a Wi-Fi dongle. Not that I use those things. They're awful anyway. As long as it's got Ethernet, which it does, somewhere there. That's what we're going to be using. You know, what's it? 1 gigabit? What is it called? I don't know. Yeah, 1 gigabit. There's no real powerhouse of graphics card in here because most of the apps I use don't really need that type of acceleration. They normally do it with software, so the process is where that's going to happen. Although I could put a better graphics card in here later. I forget the lingo. What's it? PCI-X, or what is it? Not PCI, AGP, oh god, I don't even remember. But these are obviously all the latest kind of slots. You know, for a schmo like me, it's fine. The only thing I don't like about this is the fact that this SSD drive, which is the main boot drive, is very rudely just double-sided taped onto the top here, and it's not even actually sort of secured. I mean, I would have hoped there'd be a little bracket, or at least someone put a screw to the side. You know, I mean, I guess I grew up in the era when computers, we had to make them ourselves, build them ourselves, and everything had to be mechanically solid because things whirred around inside. I suppose a solid state drive doesn't, but it just seems a bit of an afterthought. So that I don't get excited about. What make is it? An Evo 240 gig. I don't have any opinion about Evo. But let me see if I can just reset this a bit. I don't like that the way it is. It's kind of stiff though. Why is it so stiff? It's stiff. It's a stiff one. It's a stiff. What is it stuck to? It feels like it's stuck. Oh, it is stuck. Okay. Let's just see. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go, brother. Sign in, stranger. Okay, I'll see if I can just stick that in there. Sorry, I'm filming and sticking at the same time. Okay, it's not too serious. I don't think anything's going to short out, even if it goes. Even just a well-placed cable tie would have been a lot better, you know. I mean, hey, I'm sure it says pushing these things out, you know, in the thousands, so probably not really an issue for them. But hang on, let's just see. Let me see if I can put this somewhere better. Like here. Yeah, let me go get a cable tie. Okay, so what I've done is I just took 2 cable ties and I've just strapped it in there because, do you know what? I'm just one of these people that if it's mounted properly, it's going to work better, right? That's just me. Yeah, so looking at this now, I'm happy I've tied some of the cables just so that they're not going to get in the fan. Because you always read about people that say, oh, I got the machine, I plugged it in and it's making this horrible noise. It's normally because the fan is brushing against something. Okay, so generally my rule of thumb is I do a physical inspection of the machine before I actually switch it on. But I'm satisfied. It's got 4 memory slots and 2 are occupied. That's good. Hopefully that'll be good. Now, just taking a look at the power supply here, for those that are in the interest zone of power supplies. Just trying to look how many watts this is. It doesn't look that meaty. I would shall not exceed 240 watts. I suppose that's on the input side. Actually, no, I lie. Yeah, it's a pretty very basic power supply. You're not going to run any heavy duty video cards with this, but that's fine. You know, I knew that from the get-go. Just the back, it's the usual connections. We've got VGA, only the best. Audio and video. Audio out, audio in. COM port. Some high-speed USBs. 2 display ports, which are obviously much better than that. A couple more. Are these high speed? No, those are normal USB 2s. Okay, looks good. Looks like it's acceptable. It's got a Windows certificate, a refurb Windows certificate thing. What does this say? Let me check it. It's probably quite hard to read it, but it's Windows 10 Pro for refurb PCs. Okay. It probably could be upgraded to 11, but I don't think it needs to be 11. I think 10 will be fine for what I need it for. Okay, let's close it up. Yeah, that seems pretty happy. I'm going to hook it up tomorrow. Only thing, I think it's missing a foot. Feels like it's missing a foot. Oh, there's the foot. Okay, we'll have to fix that. And the other nice thing is it comes with a brand new kettle lead, which is probably what, a $5 value? $5? Give me $5? Yeah, it's probably about that. Okay, so tomorrow we'll hook it up and see what it can do. Just a quick footnote before I shut down for the evening. I opened up this bag for the power supply, and lo and behold, there is a Wi-Fi adapter, which is good news. And there's also what looks like a display port to HDMI cable. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so pretty much a good package. Looks good. Okay, that's just an update for now. This is Howard of Avtransfers. I've managed to power up the PC and squish it in here temporarily as just to get it set up, and that seems to be pretty good. Let's just have a look at the system. Oh, display, blah blah. One thing I do dislike intensely is they have made these computers annoyingly like phones, and to me this does not need to behave like a phone. This needs to behave like a computer. So I hate all these stupid apps and all this ridiculous nonsense. It's not it doesn't wow me. Let's just see. Advanced display settings. Pretty much generic. But it is functioning perfectly well. It seems like these two USB ports are not actually powered. I don't know why. But yeah, so far the experience is pretty good. Yeah, just a little footnote on the Dell machine. I'd say I'm pretty happy with it. But in hindsight, the graphics on this machine are absolutely hopeless. I mean, they really are bad. Normally software doesn't complain about the graphics, and most of the software I've loaded now complains exactly about that. So I'm going to see if I can find a more suitable graphics card, because the one on board is simply, unless you're doing PowerPoint or typing documents, you need something better. It's completely abysmal on any kind of HD or HD plus content. So it's definitely going to have to be upgraded. So I'll keep you posted on that one.